Good afternoon, everyone. Today I'm discussing a topic that has immense significance in our lives, the key ingredients for a lasting and successful relationship. Whether it's with a partner, family member, or friend, understanding what makes relationships strong and enduring is essential for fostering meaningful connections in our lives. For this presentation, I interviewed my grandparents, Jim and Lynn, about their relationship over the past 5 decades and asked them what factors have led to its longevity. Having been married for 15.5 years, as my grandma put it, they've experienced a lot of changes, but they told me a few key ingredients that have contributed to their successful relationship. Friendship first, then love, then honesty, and then having common interests. Over the next few minutes, I'll explore how these elements have shaped my grandparents' journey and how they can serve as general guiding principles for building strong and lasting relationships. Friendship, the first thing my grandparents mentioned, is the foundation of lasting relationships, whether romantic or not. Friendship encompasses a lot of things, but we learned about some of what goes into creating them in Chapter 8. Appearance. My grandparents found each other attractive. Similarity. My grandparents bonded over their mutual likes, occupational skills, and aspirations. Complementarity. My grandpa is more outspoken, and my grandma is more reserved, and the contrasting traits added depth and richness to their relationship. Reciprocal attention. My grandparents nurtured a sense of reciprocity, actively demonstrating their care and support for each other, strengthening their bond. Competence. My grandparents both worked in the same power plant at one point, showcasing their professional competence and providing opportunities for shared experiences and understanding. Proximity. They originally attended the same high school in Deerwood, Minnesota, which brought them together and laid the groundwork for their later relationship. Rewards. My grandparents enjoyed building a life together, raising their family, and pursuing passions. And disclosure. My grandparents were willing to share personal details with each other, fostering trust and intimacy. By understanding and embracing these aspects of friendship, we can cultivate enduring relationships that enrich our lives and bring us joy. Next, the concept of love is the heart of rewarding relationships. The five love languages we heard about in Module 9 can be used to examine the concept of love and its role in my grandparents' story. Quality time. Both my grandparents cherished the moments they spent together, whether it was exploring the outdoors, engaging in meaningful conversation, or just hanging out with each other. Words of affirmation. My grandma, Lynn in particular, found lots of joy in heartfelt expressions of love and compliments. These affirmations of affection reaffirmed her value within the relationship. Acts of service. Demonstrating love through acts of service was definitely a huge part of my grandparents' relationship, whether it was helping with household chores, running errands, or offering just support during challenging times. These gestures of kindness and thoughtfulness spoke volumes about their devotion to each other. Physical touch. While I didn't explicitly mention it in the interview, physical touch likely played a significant role in my grandparents' relationship, whether it was holding hands, embracing, or sharing other affectionate gestures. Gifts. Neither of my grandparents actually placed much emphasis on material gifts as expressions of their affection. Instead, they valued more intangible things such as companionship and trust. Although they had been consciously taught about them, by understanding and appreciating each other's love languages, my grandparents cultivated a relationship built on mutual respect, understanding, and unwavering affection. Next thing my grandparents mentioned, honesty is the basis of any safe relationship. Honesty relates to what we learned about in Chapter 4 regarding emotional expression and how we can improve it. Emotional expression encompasses various components, which each offer opportunities for expressing ourselves honestly and more authentically in the relationship. First, we can recognize physiological responses like increased heart rate or sweating. Uh, we can pay attention to nonverbal cues such as vocal tone, posture, and gestures. And we can engage in more cognitive interpretations of emotions, which can help with empathy. And we can utilize verbal expressions to articulate our emotions, whether through spoken words or written messages. By even subconsciously incorporating these strategies for improving emotional expression, my grandparents cultivated an authentic relationship based on honesty. Finally, common interests are the cornerstone of fulfilling relationships. They play a role in the three previous things my grandparents mentioned, friendship, love, and honesty, but also extend beyond that. We read about types of intimacy in Chapter 9, and common interests can greatly enhance each of them. Physical intimacy. My grandparents both enjoyed being outdoors, whether it was hunting, fishing, camping, or even just having a bonfire and making s'mores. Intellectual intimacy. Both of my grandparents liked talking about their work, current politics, or any other things they had heard about recently. Emotional intimacy. My grandparents tried to make sure they were empathetic and caring towards each other even when it was hard, and they cherished the discussions they had with each other. And then intimacy through shared experiences. My grandparents loved to travel, especially in an RV, traveling all over the country and making memories as they went, with my mom and my aunt. And overall, having common interests with someone fosters intimacy and connection within your relationship, enriching the bond between you. To summarize my grandparents' 4 points regarding successful relationships, you should strive to nurture friendship, cultivate love, foster honesty, and pursue common interests. Overall, I hope you've gained some valuable insights into some of what it takes to cultivate a successful relationship that can stand the test of time. I'll leave you with something my grandma said when I asked about the biggest periods of uncertainty in their relationship. There's always bad times, but there's many, many good times. Thank you for listening.